Well, you talked last night about a little bit about Brian Edwards and how he can go down as one of the best receivers in the program history. How has he been this summer just without Debo and his progression as a leader?
Brian's exactly what you want in a student athlete. University of South Carolina represents us in a first-class manner. And John and Michelle, his parents, are great people. He was a great player at Conway High School and has come to South Carolina and should leave with every receiving record at the University of South Carolina, and we have had some great players at that position. So it says a lot about his production, his commitment to coming back, and certainly helping his opportunities in the future. But I know Brian has had a great spring, had a good summer so far, and has worked extremely hard. Really proud of him.
For Brian and the offensive staff, how much is it a positive where you can count on him every game for 5-6 catches, 60, 70, 80 yards?
Absolutely. Just a very dependable guy. Had a couple drops this past year. We've worked through that a little bit and feel comfortable moving forward, but he's going to have a great senior campaign.
Coach, one more time, another local player from here, Donnell Stanley, just been so steady for you on the offensive line. Let's talk about him, his leadership on that.
Saw Donnell in the locker room today. He and Cedarius Hutchinson have both taken the leadership roles on our offensive line, and Donnell's from Latta, and he's had a fantastic career at South Carolina. He's graduated, working on a second degree. Says a lot about him as a person, but he's one of the best young men I've been around.
Along those lines, I know you can't touch on recruits right now in the area, but this is such a rich area for you guys. You get a lot of great players. Just how important is it to recruit the Grand Strand, the PD, that area?
Absolutely. You just look at the history of the great players that have come through the multiple schools in the area. The coaches out here are outstanding, so it's great to be here. Always going to be recruiting in Myrtle Beach, I can tell you that.
I mean, just that, how excited are you to be back in Myrtle Beach and doing this tour here? All these fans, excited to talk to you.
Well, Gamecock Nation's the most loyal, passionate fan base in the country, and so it's just a very small thank you to them for what they do for us, and they've been so supportive. We really appreciate it.
Through the spring, how was the quarterback battle for you? How did you kind of see it playing out? How do you see it kind of going and progressing?
I think Jake had a good spring, and I think, again, the guys played a lot of really good football for us at South Carolina. I thought DeCarron Joyner made tremendous strides from year 1 to year 2. I'm really proud of him. And then Ryan Olinsky came in as a high school senior and did some really good things. So I think we're very good at that position.
How proud of Debo were you to see him get drafted?
Well, I think, again, guy's been through a lot of adversity, a lot of setbacks, some very unfortunate luck in some situations there, but he's a tremendous talent. He's a great young man. He will be extremely successful in the National Football League.
How can you touch on just, the progress of this program? Where you guys are going, how bright this future is for the Gamecocks?
Well, there's no doubt about it. You look at day 1 to where we are right now, it's night and day. We've improved tremendously. The competitive depth of our football team is really good. It's much better than it's been. The leadership in our organization. We've got 3 players on our team that have been voted by their teammates, team captains in previous teams. So that says a lot about the leadership we got returned. But we've got a bunch of seniors that have logged a bunch of snaps. Most of these guys played as true freshmen, and we're put in some tough situations as true freshmen. So but we're excited about this year.
I would say, how is that experience going to help you guys with the tough schedule you guys have coming up?
Well, it's tough every year at the end of the day, but again, I think the competitive depth on our team is much better. It's much improved than it's ever been. Leadership is really good. There's a lot to be excited about this team right now. But I say right now, we got to have a great May, June, and July.
Shiloh and Cam moving in today?
Yeah, Shiloh, Jamie, and Cam moved in today. And so great to get these guys on campus. They will be here for May semester.
With Shiloh, what really drew you to what he can be for you at this program?
Well, I think upside. I think he's got really good ball skills. He's an outstanding baseball player. He's got really good top-end speed and finish speed. Really good transition as far as coming out of breaks and things. But again, he can track the ball. He can finish on the ball down the field. And he's really only, Dion, his father was in there today. We were talking about it. He's really only played 2 years of high school football. This guy's not played a bunch of football before. He's been more of a baseball guy coming up. And I just think he's got a huge upside moving forward. And he gets in the nutrition, he gets in the weights, and it's going to be, really looking forward to seeing him to continue to progress.
When you get him on the field in preseason, is he going to start at corner? Where do you envision him getting reps?
He'll play corner, but we try to teach our guys concepts. Whether it's a corner, at nickel, different things we're able to do. He's a bigger guy. I think he could slide in and play nickel for us. So, but again, he'll start out at corner.
With Dion, did you have a past relationship with him? Have you guys?
Tavares Robinson and he did, and I'd come across paths at times with Dion. But great in the recruiting process. Great to see him today. He was really excited for his son. And I think he's excited to be on the dad side of it rather than the other side. So, but he was really excited for his son.
Staying in the secondary, how big was it to get JT eBay for another year?
Oh yeah, JT was a guy that came into last fall and had a good camp, and unfortunately had the setback with the knee. But a guy that I thought this spring really improved. Continue to be a guy that I think is going to be a very dependable player for us in the secondary.
Obviously, all those Mainester guys will have to earn it, but what do you tell them about the opportunity when you look at the depth chart in the secondary?
Well, we told them in the recruiting process, and they're figuring out right now we weren't lying. It is what it is. Right now, Israel and JC would be our top two corners. A.J. Turner would be our third corner. He's going to be playing some running back. So they're going to have plenty of opportunity to step on the field in front of 80,000 people and play for South Carolina. We think that we've recruited a really good core of defensive backs. I think they're really talented. How quickly they'll mature and come into the process to be able to step in front and play in front of 80,000 people, we'll see.
When you hear JC and Israel talk about being the best quarterback tandem in the country or the SEC, what does that do for you as a coach? Do you like that, or do you want to say, calm down a little bit, guys, you got to be ready?
I like our guys to be who they are. Both those guys are confident players. They should be. They're good football players. But talk's cheap. We all know that. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's some sayings we have in our organization. But as long as they back it up, I'm good with it.
Thank you, Will. Thanks a lot.